Hello, everybody. On the 8th of June, the India Alliance and its entire leadership met in Delhi. Here is the speech I gave them. I wanted you to hear it as well. Thank you. I would like to welcome all of you here today. Thank you for coming. Many years ago, I got into an argument with a very good friend of mine. I told him, "What you're doing is completely unfair." And his answer to me was, "The world is unfair. Get used to it." It is not my place to answer any of the things that were said here today about the Congress Party. It is my place to, like in the Shiva tradition, swallow everything. The idea of the blue-necked one, Shiva, who drinks all the poison. Whatever more you want to say, whatever criticism you have of me or of the Congress Party, we will accept it. And we will accept it happily and with a smile. We will try to make you happy because our role is fundamentally different from yours. I do not say this with arrogance. Our role, as many of you have stated, is to unite all of you together with love and affection. I have been an MP of the Congress Party since 2004, when I fought my first election. Our party is fundamentally differently organized than all other parties in India. And I say this with humility. Why? Because this party began as a resistance movement when modern India did not exist. Unlike all other parties, it was not built using the infrastructure and the protection of the Indian state. The Congress Party is a resistance movement protecting the idea that all Indians are equal. We are fundamentally opposed to the vision of the RSS. We will die in the Congress Party before we stand with or compromise with the BJP or the RSS. You will have to cut off our heads to make it happen. I know lakhs and lakhs of Congress workers in this country who will say, "Cut off our heads, we will not bow before the RSS." I'm sorry to say that there is confusion in this group. The confusion is that you, the SP, the TMC, the RJD believe that the political instruments you have used so far will still work. These only worked when the Indian state provided a fair field for them to operate in. That field does not exist anymore. The BJP controls the institutions of the state. The BJP controls the legal system. The BJP controls the bureaucracy. It controls the intelligence agencies. The BJP even controls the election commission. I have many friends in the TMC. They were convinced that they were sweeping the election in Bengal. I kept telling them, "You're in dreamland. I have seen what happens. I have seen it in Gujarat. I have seen it in Madhya Pradesh. I have seen it in Chhattisgarh. I have seen it in Haryana and in Maharashtra. And yet, many of you are still not convinced." The Congress Party is a party of resistance. It does not require the neutrality of the Indian state to operate and survive. In fact, the more the institutions of the Indian state are throttled, the more they are captured, the more aggressively the Congress Party will fight to defend the Constitution of India. All of us share the ideals of the Congress Party. What are those ideals? Satya, Ahimsa, and compassion, Karuna. What is the main issue over here? I have no interest in fighting you. I would have to be a madman to suddenly get up and say, "I'm going to fight you." Because you are our allies. You are our friends. You are the people we love. Please understand, we won the last election in 2024. We did not lose the 2024 election. You asked why Nitish ji left. It was not because of me. It was not because of the Congress Party. And I will tell you that in the near future, even those few instruments that used to work will stop working because the BJP and the RSS are tightening their grip on the Indian state. The Congress Party faced this very same decision more than 100 years ago. We were a political organization before 1927. The day Gandhiji said, "We want independence," we became a resistance movement. If political parties can't function, then what can? Resistance functions. Resistance works. Wherever we resist, it works. I have seen it with my own eyes. I have walked 4,000 kilometers across this country. Resistance works. You don't need political architecture. You don't need the bureaucracy. You don't need the intelligence agencies. You need the act of resistance, meaning I will resist. I will not allow injustice. Full stop. The end. It is a spirit. It is not an organization. It is a way of thinking. And whether we like it or not, that is where we will have to go. The mindset has to change. The mindset must now be we will not fight each other. We will not give the press a chance to attack us. We will resist. You're thinking that the challenge is winning the next election. The next election is already won. Please understand, there is so much anger among the people of India that the next election is already over. The problem is the capture of the instruments of the Indian state by the RSS. The problem is that you will not have a free and fair election to win. And so we have to go into the mode of resistance. Resistance is CBSC. Resistance is NEET. Resistance is going to Greater Nicobar. Resistance is the Bharat Jodo Yatra. You get up in the morning and you say, how can I resist? And you resist. That will work. I guarantee you it will work. And from my perspective, I am more than happy to absorb any criticism from any quarter, because for me, this is a religious duty. This is a spiritual duty. This is no longer politics. And that is why I promise you, I will bear every single humiliation that I have to bear to knit this group together and make it succeed. How to proceed is very simple. We have to get away from a certain idea. Mamta ji is not 100% sure, but she is about 90% sure that her election was stolen. Uddhav ji is 40% sure that his election was stolen. My brother Tejashwi is 40% sure. Listen, 100% the elections are being stolen. Please remove any doubt from your minds. And please understand that it takes years and years to build a social media presence. It does not happen organically in a week. I have 10 million YouTube followers, but my account is fully suppressed. So if you're under the impression that social media is fair and that the opposition is being supported by it, you're living in another reality. The entire architecture, media, social media, the legal system, bureaucracy, the intelligence agencies, all of it is aligned to keep this government in power. But this government will not survive. It will not survive because it has destroyed our democracy. It has destroyed the future of the Indian people. What is coming now, after what has happened in Iran, is uncontrollable. It is uncontrollable, and it is going to create a space for us to mobilize the masses. Also, please get rid of the notion that we are not coordinated and do not act together. These are all ideas that the BJP and their friends in the media are putting out. This is not true. I am 100% sure, and I can vouch right now for the DMK. When it comes to defending the idea of India, every single person will be in this room. We have our fights. But if you're asking me to go and hug the ex-Chief Minister of Kerala, I cannot and I will not, because I have an ongoing political fight with him. So we have to be flexible, and we have to realize that there is a full-scale assault on us, trying to prove that the opposition is weak, is disorganized. Finally, I find that in our discussions, there is often a tinge of depression. People think, oh my God, how will we ever beat the BJP? Let me tell you, it is easy to beat them if we stand together and resist. In the last election, nobody in this room except me believed that we could beat the BJP. Now everybody in this room must start believing that we will defeat them. You start with that belief, and I guarantee you, state after state, election after election, whether they cheat or don't cheat, they will fall. Thank you very much.